Have you ever wondered about the story of Pharaoh in the book of Exodus? There's a phrase that stands out: God hardened Pharaoh's heart. It's a topic that has left many confused and even troubled. Why would God do that? Did Pharaoh have no choice? Let's make this discovery together. To begin, let's understand the context. The Israelites had been enslaved in Egypt for 400 years. God sent Moses to Pharaoh with a clear message: "Let my people go." But Pharaoh refused, and then we see this recurring statement: God hardened Pharaoh's heart. What does it mean? Did Pharaoh's choices even matter? The Bible is clear. Pharaoh was not a robot. In fact, before God ever hardened Pharaoh's heart, the Bible says Pharaoh hardened his own heart. Exodus 8:15 tells us, "But when Pharaoh saw that there was relief, he hardened his heart and would not listen." Pharaoh had a pattern of stubbornness long before God acted. He chose pride. He chose rebellion. God didn't force Pharaoh to be stubborn. He simply allowed Pharaoh's heart to go in the direction Pharaoh already wanted. Here's the second thing to understand. God's hardening of Pharaoh's heart wasn't about cruelty. It was about revealing his power and justice. In Exodus 9:16, God tells Pharaoh, "I have raised you up for this very purpose, that I might show you my power and that my name might be proclaimed in all the earth." Pharaoh's refusal to let the Israelites go was an opportunity for God to demonstrate his greatness. The plagues, the parting of the Red Sea, and the deliverance of the Israelites, all of it showed that God alone is in control. This story also holds a powerful warning. When we repeatedly ignore God, our hearts can grow hard too. Hebrews 3:15 says, "Today, if you hear his voice, do not harden your hearts." Every time we reject God's truth, it becomes easier to resist him the next time. But here's the good news. God's mercy is always available to those who turn to him. Ezekiel 36:26 says, "I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you." No matter how far we've gone, God can soften our hearts and draw us back to him. So, did God harden Pharaoh's heart? Yes, but not against Pharaoh's will. God used Pharaoh's stubbornness to fulfill his plan. And the same God who brought judgment on Pharaoh offers grace to us. Today, don't let pride or stubbornness keep you from God's voice. Surrender to him and let him give you a heart that's open, humble, and ready to follow. What will you do with this truth today? Remember, God's desire is not to harden hearts, but to transform them. Let him work in yours.